So there are multiple articles about this, one by Screen Rant and one by Push Square, but of course the one by Forbes, because the mainstream media does not like the fact that fans are not liking the game. Of course, of course, the game's like 20 hours long, and of course, unless you're super speedrunning the game, but again, these scenes that the people don't like in the game, they're all viewable on YouTube, and most of the people, and the master blowback hasn't even come back yet. These are the people who've already seen the ending on YouTube. Already complain about that. Imagine the players 1 to 2 days from now. Imagine the amount of pushback. Because I know PewDiePie is playing this game. Okay, it's on the subscription page where it says PewDiePie is playing the game. Obviously, he's playing the game. And imagine when he gets to the parts that are bad. The sex scene and the golf scene. That's what I'm going to call it. The golf scene. Okay, the worst part of the game. And the entire game just sucks in general, okay? It's a boring game, okay? Empty world, okay? The only good thing about the game is the graphics, okay? And again, graphics don't make a good game good. It doesn't make a good, having good graphics does not make a game good. Sword and Shield, for example, has horrible graphics. But the story still sucks anyways, because there's no story in Sword and Shield. Because the game sucks. Pokemon Sword and Shield, very similar thing happened 5 or 6 months ago. Okay? Sword and Shield, same thing. And the media was whining. And here was one of them. Of course. Massive babies. Oh, what a review bombing. The Last of Us Part 2. And some 6 is brilliant for anyone who happens to carry a torch for The Last of Us Part 2. A heck of a long time in making, Naughty Dog's latest effort is nothing sort of masterpiece in storytelling. Then why is half the people saying the story sucks? Okay? And yeah, these are some of the scores here. And yeah. Yeah, this game, it'll sell out like Sword and Shield and The Last Eye, because you don't understand that, most of the people who play games and watch movies don't want to get spoiled, okay? Like me and some other people who look at weeks of games and stuff and get spoiled, okay? Pokemon Sword and Shield is one example of that, okay? A lot of the hate Game Freak people didn't like the game. A lot of these people didn't like the game, but they still bought it anyway to see how bad it truly was, and they didn't like the game. But the game still sold well because a lot of the people who were drawn into Nintendo's hype machine, most particularly Game Freak and the PokeTubers hype machine, the game still sold well. Same thing with The Last Eye. The Last Eye is still one of the top-selling movies of all time, highest-grossing movies. Same with the Lion King remake. Okay, a lot of people hate the Lion King remake. It's not going to age well. Sword and Shield won't age well in terms of Pokemon games. Okay, the only thing that saves it is the DLC from being the worst generation of all time. Okay, the only thing that saves it is the DLC, which isn't even that bad. Okay, I made a video called "Our Disappointment" because that's making fun of Sword and Shield basically in general. But again, they do add new Pokemon that should have been in the game in the first place. But yep, they are complaining. The media is complaining. Okay, Last of Us Part 2, crybabies. Okay, not like in a game, make someone a troll and a bot. Just remember, not like in a movie as well. Okay, not like in The Last Eye, you're a bot. You're a troll. Congratulations. Your opinion does not matter to these people, okay? Here's Screen Rant, okay? The gamers are now review bombing The Last of Us Part 2. And yeah, it's been review bombed by a large number of users and very quick. I think it's 10,000 people gave the game scores, okay? This game is the long-awaited sequel to The Last of Us, which originally launched in 2014. In a direct continuation of the story from digging up the title, the plot follows the lives of Ellie and Joel as they grown older, digging the consequences of the actions they traveled across the U.S. to try to survive the outbreak of the deadly fungus. And yeah. And again, they are complaining the fact that people don't like the game, okay? It's only when, games games and movies that get good reviews they complain, okay? Warcraft 3, the game was hated by even the critics. And guess what? Nobody cared about that game. Okay, game review bombed. Okay, except for two media said like, "How dare you review bomb Warcraft 3 for being a glitchy and an awful game?" Okay, and yeah, that game was a big disaster. Everybody forgot about that game. Okay, and yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 won't be relevant until December again because they'll probably give this game because the sales at the Game of the Year awards will probably still give this garbage Game of the Year over much more deserving games like Persona 4 Royale and Animal Crossing New Horizons, which are more deserving of Game of the Year than the Crap of Us Part 2, okay? And yeah, this is, Last of Us Part 2, Massive Babies. You, I mean, yeah, this game is just a joke, okay? And yeah, we all went over the Forbes article, but again, this is the media. If you don't like a game, and same thing with Captain Marvel, Basti on Sword and Shield. You didn't like Captain Marvel Sword and Shield? How dare you be a part of the majority opinion of not liking something? How dare you, okay? How dare you? And guess what? All three, and guess what? Captain Marvel and Sword and Shield still did pretty well. Captain Marvel still goes $1 billion despite quote-unquote review bombing. Sword and Shield still is one of the best-selling games on the Switch despite quote-unquote review bombing. But again, the media will always go on to say, and won't be surprised if The Last of Us Part 2 does like Sword and Shield, and Captain Marvel makes a lot of money for Sony. It sells 5 to 10 million copies on the PlayStation 4, but it won't sell on the PS5. Don't worry about that. It'll probably still sell 1 million on the PS5, but yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.